between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The Raiders come into this one with the home crowd behind them, and that's important in a challenge game like this because you need every last bit of help you can get. So with that, let's get up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
And you can say so many positive things about him as a player. Durable, guy's got a big right arm. Receivers absolutely love him to be able to go downfield and grab the football. But I think he elevates his play. In fact, I know he elevates his play when he gets to the postseason. And that's the kind of guy you want leading your team.
First carry for Justin Forsett. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Flacco here on 2nd down. It's caught, Kamar Aiken. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Off the draw from Flacco, it's Forsett. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a carry for Lorenzo Taliaferro. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Flacco from midfield, throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time, and it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Flacco gives to Forsett. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. Brady now on first down. And Olsen over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. And we'll return to Foxborough after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. In motion left goes a tight end. On second down, it's McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Baldwin with it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down and 4. And the big tight end shifting around. On the counter, here's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Brady now to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the field at about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Passing play, Flacco, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Here's Flacco, and Watson has it right side. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 7 yards remaining here on third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Third down, Flacco from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
In motion left is Baldwin. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Here's Brady. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Brady. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Brady. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Raiders and the Ravens are mucking it up a bit on defense. Neither offense can get going, and so it may end up as a defensive battle for 4 quarters. All right, let's roll those highlights. Third down from the 32. Brady's going to complete the pass, 1 yards. Raiders would go on to kick a field goal. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Gillette Stadium for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Brady throwing on second down. That is caught at the 7. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Emmanuel Sanders, 28 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
They stay on the ground. Force set again. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Brady now on first down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it with McCoy. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Three quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Throwing on first down is Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. A give to McCoy. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Sanders in motion right. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. After the penalty, it's McCoy. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Brady going to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Little motion now from the tight end. And he will lose. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Brady going to look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And down inside the 15. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3. To throw is Brady. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Doug Baldwin, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. And said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, Flacco to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Michael Strahan in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would...
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now here come the Ravens. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From his own end zone, Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.